Hi guys, it's the first of probably many videos over the next 3.5 weeks because I have so much time off before I... Classic Lola. Can't let me have 2 minutes to myself. Um, it's the beginning of my 3.5 weeks off, and I wanted to make this video because I saw, and I think I reblogged this really funny but very, very accurate post the other day saying that whenever something goes wrong in your life and you suffer from an eating disorder, the immediate assumption is that it's happened because you're fat, and if you just lost weight, everything would be better. As one of the ancient people on Tumblr and in the recovery community, um, someone who suffered an eating disorder from the age of 19 to 25, um, which, my God, that is a long time. I just wanted to... Lola, stop. I just wanted to share my experience in what I think kicks off eating disorders for a lot of people, which is a lack of control over what's going on in their life. There's no wonder that so many teenagers are hit with it, because if you are a teenager, you have so little control over your life and the circumstances around you. When I was 19, my parents got divorced, which was my mum and my stepdad, and he'd been around since I was 4. So to me, that was my dad. And I was absolutely devastated. And because I was a bit older going through a parental divorce, I knew a lot more than I probably should have. I was told a lot more than I should have been told, and I was relied on a lot more than I should have been. And one of my parents actually had always struggled with alcohol, but really went into a full-blown alcoholic state, which, continues to this very day. And that's when I formed my eating disorder, which is it doesn't take a genius to work out why that is. There have been many things that have happened since that time, losing jobs, relationship breakdowns, that kind of thing, where my immediate response was to employ my eating disorder to gain control and feel like I was able to at least keep control of my weight. The scary thing is, and I think that a lot of us can identify with this, is that the power of the eating disorder is that if you can keep your weight down, if you cannot be fat, if you can be thin, then maybe you can be happy. Please take this from somebody who is in, what's the date today? In 22 days, I will have come up to 12 months of recovery, which expect a very teary video and probably a lot of, celebratory posts on that day. Let me guarantee you this. I have been at my thinnest, and I have been my most miserable, my loneliest. I have not been surrounded by people who are wanting me to get better, who see me as this fragile, delicate little, isn't she special? You're not special if you're thin. You're special if you're funny, or you're caring, or you're trustworthy, or you're loyal, or quirky, or creative, or if you can make people's eyes light up when you walk in the room. Being thin isn't going to guarantee any of that. You already have all of those qualities, and you're trying to strive for one that doesn't even change people's view of you. They love you as you are. They love you healthy. They love you happy. And it's not going to change your parents' divorce. It's not going to cure your mother's alcoholism. It's not going to bring somebody back who isn't in love with you anymore. It's not going to fix a friendship that has fallen apart, or you've grown apart from somebody. They're not going to come rushing back to you. The happiest I've ever been has been when I've worked the hardest at my recovery. Maybe because things aren't good then and there, but every single commitment that I make to recovery is an investment in happiness later. It's towards mornings like this morning, when I literally woke up 20 minutes ago, when I wake up and I bounce out of bed. It doesn't happen every morning, but when I was sick, it never happened. For 6 years, there was never genuine joy and happiness and, just dying to get out and see what happens, because you tried, because you have hope, because you care, and you're invested in your future. If you're only invested in your eating disorder and being thin and looking a certain way, you're absolutely robbing yourself and other people of your best qualities. Because for a long time, I wasn't funny and I wasn't joyful and I wasn't lovable, because there was nothing other than my investment in how I looked. I was the most boring, blah, beige individual, and a lot of my relationships suffered because of that. I lost far more than weight, and a lot of that stuff I haven't been able to regain, but I have found other things to fill up those spaces, and other people who have been in the same boat or understand what the last 6 years have looked like for my life. And I wouldn't change who I am now. I wouldn't really take back the eating disorder, but just for anybody who is probably a bit younger than me, please, please don't waste these years. I've wasted them. I wasted 6 years on being this empty, very thin, very unhappy shell. And I would love to get those years back. I wouldn't trade who I am because of them, but the things and people and experiences I missed out on, please, please don't make my mistake. Get help. Stay on the path that you're on if you're already recovering. Don't get to 25 and have as many regrets as probably a 70 or 80-year-old does. Anyway, that's my little spiel, and now I'm gonna go up to the mailbox because my sister's wedding invitation has arrived, and then I'm gonna go and get my hair done, because this is a situation. This is not. Don't worry about being fat. This is a problem. The top deck: white chocolate, milk chocolate, delicious in chocolate, not good in the head situation. Anyway, guys, much love. Take care. Going to keep this under 8 and hit stop